Finally gonna cut this damn seat post.
Oh, that's not good.
Sometimes you gotta bust out the Stanley.
Well, before you bust that out, I got a question for you. People hear me a lot of times reference a lot of things, but I just wanted to ask, what cranks do we put on that bike?
IXF.
Okay. They're what?
IXF crankset.
Okay.
Bomb proof.
And you acknowledge your dyslexia.
Don't tell me it's an XFI or something. FXI. Did you switch that on me?
No, I did not.
Did you switch that?
You can go back and look at the video.
Really? IFX? IXF? Holy crap!
Well, but you know you have dyslexia.
Dude, that's bad.
Get off my hand!
Tomatoes! Wolf Tick Nation, thank you guys for tuning in to once again another Wolf Tick Videos episode. On today's episode, we plan on finishing out a project, I'm pretty sure. It's the Mongoose Switchback Comp. You guys got to see the Falcon put on that thing.
I'm not going to jinx it and say we're going to finish it. And absolutely not, because the last couple times we've done any kind of one-by conversion stuff or putting them on there, something's come up.
So, guys, we've got the Sunrace Shifter. We're planning on making that bike a one-by. We said, hey, we got to order some stuff. We got some stuff in the mail. So, on today's episode, we are hopefully going to be finishing up the Mongoose Comp build with the bomb-proof. You guys see the bomb? You see that? The bomb-proof IXF crankset. Alright? This was a used crankset. One of our patrons actually gave us this crankset at the patron meetup.
Did you write it down?
I think it was William Page, if I'm correct, old merch man. He gave us that crankset. We've got some chain rings. We've got a bottom bracket now, a shell. We're going to be doing a one-by conversion on the Mongoose, and then we'll be doing a real-time review for you. So make sure you guys turn those notifications on, alright? We're going to be going through what we've got as far as tools that we're going to be needing and what we're going to be throwing on this bike. And hopefully, man, the real-time review we'll be filming tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes smooth.
And that's covering that freewheel,
the Falcon, man.
Falcon.
The 13, the 46
a lot of people out there were pretty impressed by that.
Yeah,
thing.
if you guys have had the issue where you're running a freewheel, not a free hub, and you don't really know exactly what to do, all you know is, hey, I want some more gearing, check out that episode with the Falcon, and then maybe come back and watch this episode and go, hey, you want to lose a little bit of weight on that bike?
Yeah.
And you want to switch to a one-by because you don't like the two-by action? Come back and watch the episode.
And then we're gonna take it. We gotta weigh it when we're done.
Yeah, we'll weigh it. We'll do it before and after.
We'll weigh that. No, we'll do it. Before was initial impressions.
We'll show the weight before.
Yeah, we're gonna weigh it.
So guys, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, Wolf Tick Nation. Let's do a little old school IXF install and that one-by conversion. You ready over there?
No, I'm doing stuff. You go ahead. You go ahead and start without me.
All right, fellas, here we go. This is the bomb-proof IXF crankset 100 and... are they not stamped? Huh. They're usually a 170mm crank arm.
So they're...
Yeah, it's just such a budget one-by setup, guys. It really is. We've ran these things. This is like a famous crankset. And if you guys are not familiar with the budget...
Is it famous or infamous?
It's infamous, man. If you're not familiar with the Wolf Tick Videos budget... style that we've been doing things. This was like one of our first upgrades on the GT Aggressor Pro that we kind of started to channel out with, you know. But just such a really good crankset. There's been maybe out of the entire IXF's life, I think there's been 2 commenters that said that they've messed them up. But there were some big riders.
Well...
And messing them up, they said it failed.
There's been, you know, look, it doesn't matter what we're looking at. It doesn't matter what item we're messing with or reviewing or talking about. Somebody out there always has a story of failure or don't buy it or it's horrible or whatever. But our experience with IXF, I think have we ever had any IXF fail? No.
Well, yeah, we did have one. We had one. This is the bottom bracket shell here. This is an aftermarket one. This is not what comes with the IXF.
Well, they're all aftermarket ones.
But
that's the problem. Right there,
the problem right here is this, guys. And we actually, one of our subscribers has sent us some of these. You see these spacers? The problem with the IXF, we'll put some affiliate links to these in the description as well, along with this other stuff. These spacers here, to get matched up with your cassette, right, or the Falcon back there, these are plastic. And what happens with this is whenever you add 1 or 2, say on your drive side or your non-drive side, to clear your dropouts or your chainstay, what will happen is these guys sometimes get too tight, or if your bike bike is kind of left outside, these right here start to crack, and then next thing you know, your bottom bracket gets loose, and then it usually turns into like a faulty crank arm getting stripped on the outside. So that's one of the big, I guess, knocks with this.
Well, the bearing fails usually.
Yeah, maybe the bearings, but I think we've always had really good bearings in here, and usually they're sealed bearings, and most of the time they're greased up. We have taken these apart and kind of proven that on our last build where one of these did fail. So that's going to be one of the issues with the IXF, but other than that, one of my favorite things with this is it's a pretty simple setup. Not only do you get spacers, like back in the day it used to come with aluminum spacers, but
we won't use those plastic spacers.
Not only do you get the spacers, but also you have the option to mount your chainring on the outside of the spider here, or you have the option to mount it on the inside. Now, me and Wolfman were talking as far as what chainring we want to go with.
Tell me I'm tripping out. Please tell me it's not plastic.
Yeah, that's plastic.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
When did they switch that to plastic?
I don't know if it's ever been. I don't think it's ever been aluminum.
No, it has.
You might be getting confused with SRAMs. We've done a couple of those doves.
I am definitely not getting confused with SRAM things.
Yeah, those have always been plastic.
I might be. You would have been better off like a JG whatever.
Yeah, JG bike.
And, something like that. But don't SRAM up.
I mean, the thing about this right here and what Wolfman's saying is that is plastic, but it's not like this is the housing for the bearing. So this kind of acts like a dust cover, if you will. So it's not the housing for it. Like I could pull that out.
The inside of that, not the outside.
Oh, the inside portion?
Yes, that's plastic.
Oh, I guess we'll find out. We've never had problems with it before. I'm pretty sure they've always been
I don't think
plastic.
those have always been plastic.
Yeah.
This one. I disagree.
Yeah. Well, this here is a. Oh wow, that's a 36 tooth round.
Yeah,
I thought that was small. So it's 36, but I was going to go with the camera. We've got a 32 tooth oval, which I'm a big fan of oval chain rings. You guys can kind of see some of the history on that.
Lucky number, but not for chain rings.
And then we have got a 30 tooth round. And again, a lot of times everybody always asks, like one of the biggest questions on the channel is, hey, my bottom bracket is, or my bike is a 1998 Giant Trance or something, right? And then they always ask, do you know if the IXF will fit? You know, what is my bottom bracket size? These here are pretty universal. We haven't come across one bike yet where this did not fit. It's a 68 to 73 millimeter. And basically, guys, millimeters are tiny, but there's a little bit of extension here. Do you guys see that?
That's partially true. There are some bikes that we have come across, not regular bikes, but like fat tire bikes.
Yeah, those ones are going to be different, of course.
Like a 108 or something.
Yeah, I mean, we do have an O-ring on this portion here of the shell, and I mean, you can pretty much go from there as long as it's sealed up and rust isn't getting, or and water's not getting inside there on your bearings. You should be pretty set. But it's a 68 to 73. Again, we haven't had any issues unless it was a fat tire bike on this fitting.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had a bottom bracket that's that cheap. I'm telling you right now, that one's chintzy.
Now we've got this tool here, and this is like a infamous tool as well. This here is to set the compression on the crankset. We'll talk about that when we go to install this. Now this is going to be the tool that we're going to need. You guys checked out the film links. This right here will take off the bottom bracket, the stock bottom bracket that is a part of the crankset on the Mongoose. And I forget the teeth count on that. But again, check the affiliate links in the description below. Very helpful tool. We've done it with monkey wrenches, and that usually tears up your bottom bracket area. So definitely want to keep away from the monkey wrenches. And then last but not least, this right here is one of the old school tools. This was on one of our budget tool things a while back. It fits in there perfectly for your bottom bracket shell on tightening up the ends.
That's really nice to have.
This is very nice to have. And most of the time, you can get this little guy here, and it'll fit on the outside to set your compression.
That used to have a little handle on it?
No. Not just like that. But all right, guys, let's get the comp in here and let's start doing some work. Let's get rid of the 2x.
Hey, you know, a lot of people are saying, right, real quick, before we get into this 2D.
What are they saying?
Well,
I hate when people say stuff.
I've been asking to take that Dork disc off for more than a minute. Did you leave that on there just to mess with me, or was that an accident?
Guys, it was a complete accident. I didn't know that their damn Dork disc was on there.
How?
I don't know, because I got cameras.
No, you have a camera. And I don't know how the hell that. What are you doing?
I'm about to talk. Hurry up.
No, I just don't know what. I don't know why. I've asked several times to take it off. I asked the other night when we were filming. I asked to take it off, and it's like, and it's funny because you're like, oh, I didn't realize. Well, if you would just do what I asked, you'd realize.
No. All right.
It went nowhere.
No. Another tool.
I thought you were doing it just to mess with me, and people thought you were doing it just to mess with them. I think.
It's the new style.
Yeah.
All right, I put some grease on that.
4 and 3 and 2 and 1.
Guys, another tool. I can't believe I forgot this one. This is a famous tool. This here is a crank arm puller tool. Crank arm puller tools right here. You will need one of these because the last thing you want to do is mar up a crank arm when you're trying to take it off. I can't wait to get this whole apparatus off here and weigh this bike. But crank arm tool you will definitely need, and we got a mallet down there as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this cap off.
Hey, somebody got my Beastie Boy reference last time.
Yeah, when you were counting when I was singing.
Yeah, you know what? I should have got the. I should find out who it is and mention it.
I'm going to take this master link off here. This chain.
Careful.
So we can do this.
We're probably gonna have to adjust that chain size. No, we might not.
I don't know because we have it matched out for whatever that small chain
is. It's usually like a 24 or 26 or something.
Whatever it is. Really, I should probably take apart this derailleur. Let me take this front derailleur off, guys, and then we'll get to this. It shouldn't take but a second. Okay, here is one of my favorite tools. Here's one of my favorite tools. This is the crank arm puller.
I gotta get you back somehow. We're
gonna screw this guy in just like so. This is such an old school tool. I mean, it is bent, it is beaten, it's wore out. But heck, man, I mean, it was budget, and the sucker's still going along just fine. And the reason I say to get a mallet is because for this portion here, like, it is so hard to spin that off. You might be able to do it with your foot, but we're gonna mallet it. Hammer time. Now
there's so many people that mention the Dork disc.
I know, I'm sorry guys. I did not mean to leave that on there.
That's funny that you didn't mean to. I really thought you were doing it to mess with everybody, including me.
No.
Okay, so Derek Newman gave me 69 points for the Beastie Boys reference. So I have 69 points, thank you.
Congratulations.
You probably have negative.
I'm probably in the negative. Alright guys, so
the Dork disc alone.
Yeah, so the crank arm came off there. No problem. Let's get this other side done. And then I'm going to show you guys how to pull a bottom bracket out. And hopefully that goes smooth, because that was pretty smooth on the crank arm removal. And here is the tool that we are going to need. Now, here, I need your help on this. We go left or right?
Okay, so on the bottom bracket, I always like to let people know, you go from the back to the front, both sides.
This way?
Yep.
To loosen it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how this, if we get this.
You need my help?
Yeah, I might need your help. Hold the front of that bike up so I don't mess the stand up. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let me get some torque on this, guys. Okay. Good.
Yep. So always remember, back to front.
Okay, back to front.
Yep.
That's so confusing, right?
But it's on both sides, too.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to take that out. That was actually very smooth. Now, had this bike been an older model, like a few years old, it might have been a little harder to do.
Well, we've had some that are really easy and some that are really hard.
Okay, and there we go. There is the sealed bottom bracket.
Which is definitely, we've had people in the past say, well, you know, that's not really a feature, it's not really this and that. It definitely is nicer to have a sealed bottom bracket than the other crap that we have sometimes.
I like this. You know why?
Why?
Because it's not all steel. It's plastic, so that's a lot less to get rusted on there.
Well,
parts
of it can be plastic, but I want a majority of it to be steel.
You want it to be steel. It's really smooth.
Any kind of covers and stuff can be plastic. I just don't want plastic holding any weight.
Yeah, I gotcha. And this other side will come off really easy. It's already loose. But yeah, make sure you guys check out the affiliate links in the description below to get this tool if that's what you guys, if you guys are following along and doing this upgrade. Make sure you guys check that out.
On any bike that's similar, I mean, that you want to go, I mean, 3x or 2x, or heck, if you want to just change out a 1x.
It's nice and greasy in there. We are going to add a little bit more grease.
Yeah, really, it's always good to have
around those threads. And if this, like I said, if this bike was an older model and there was some like debris in here, I would be I'd be cleaning that out like we have in the past. But it's pretty clean in there. My question is, I've got the bottom bracket here.
Yeah.
Should we do one spacer on the drive side?
Okay, well, we haven't done these bikes before.
We haven't done one of these, guys.
We've always done a lot of other bikes, like, you know, but not these.
Yeah,
so I don't care what anyone says. Our experiences, it varies.
Yeah, and we do have a left and a right side. This is going to be the right BSA, and this is the left. So right side's going to be the drive side.
But you do need to take that Dork disc off.
Yeah, I'll take it off. Just.
Well, I'd rather you take that off before we do anything too far.
It's not going to affect the spacing. Just.
I don't care. What? Excuse me?
Come on.
You want your whipped right now?
Give it to me. Let's go. Not whooping. Not whooping. Just give me what you're going to say. Look, I'm working here.
No.
I'm working here.
No.
And every time I talk, you're like, man.
Yep. I'm done. I won't say. Go ahead.
We're taking the Dork disc off. Just calm down. My question, what I was going to say is, Chris H at the shed sent us some aluminum spacers. So Chris H, thank you. And that's a bag of them. My question is, do you want to put one on there for right now and then we can mock it up? Or do you want to do two on the drive side? Don't
care. Just try it and we'll figure it out.
Okay. And I've done grease the crap out of this. And this does have, the shell has a left and a right as well. So I'm going to put one because we're going to go with 30 tooth. Alright, so we've got the bottom bracket on there. It's snug. We're going to put this shaft through here. We're going to see with the 36 tooth how it clears. And that clears big time. There's about a finger and a quarter over here on the chainstay.
Okay, well, I'm not going to look at alignment till the Dork disc is off the rim.
Okay.
I'm done with you.
Wolfman had a problem with it.
No. The Wolf Tick Nation had a problem with it. You didn't read the comments.
Everybody have a problem that much on my Dork disc?
I could do a poll.
No, don't do a poll. Whatever you do, don't do a damn poll.
Should probably do a poll. Hey, you guys need to comment. Make sure you guys comment. Let them know how much it offended everybody that he left the Dork disc on. I'll make them read them. I still read all the comments. Someone plays hooky every now and then.
Dork disc is coming off.
Thank you.
Off.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Got it done, Wolf Tick Nation. Got it done. I put my foot down. I went, hell no, I ain't saying anything else unless we take the Dork disc off.
Alright guys, so we're about to look at the chain alignment. Remember, move your big old noggin.
Well, I'm looking at this.
We're going to check out the chain alignment. If you guys don't have a Park Tools, it says the PCS 9.3. You don't got one, make sure you guys go out and get one. Check out the link description.
Well,
this freaking bike
tell them to go out and get anything. You can tell them that we really enjoy ours.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Don't knock the innards out.
Oh, I'm going to have to. Oh man, I'm already doing it.
I told you.
Yeah, we're going to have to mail at that. Oh, no, we won't.
You just have to finesse it a little bit. You gotta learn some finesse, man.
So, how's it
look? Why
look?
does everything gotta be so caveman with you?
Would you move your noggin?
I'm trying to look, man. Damn.
This guy here. We want it to be aligned in 5th gear where the chain line is centered.
Well, I'd take 4th.
4th or 5th?
It's not horrible, but I mean, the thing is, you gotta remember, when you put the majority amount of the torque you're gonna put on it, it's gonna be in 1st, 2nd, 3rd gears.
Yeah.
So you want the alignment to be, if it's gonna be a little bit one way or another, you want it to be a little bit more towards that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna put as much torque when it's in like 9th and 8th.
Yeah. So we'll take the spacer out.
Just try it, and then if it doesn't, we can always go back to this.
Dude, I love that there's clearance there. I'm a big fan that there's clearance there, and we don't have to put any spacers.
Should have set my camera on to record because I ain't listening to what I'm saying, and I'm hoping to go back on this one time and tell you if it fails. They should have listened. Now we're back to recording on here. So my thing is this: whenever, if this fails, because you ride this bike a lot, if this fails, and we pull it apart and there's not a lot of grease in it, a big old fat "I told you so" is coming.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know how greased this one is. I wouldn't mind trying to pack it a little bit.
Oh, pack the bearings themselves.
Because I feel like those ones. So people are saying they're getting IXFs and they're going, man, it's not greased and this and that. You need to grease. And we've never had that problem. Every time I always check them. People don't know. We don't always show a lot of things. There's so many little mundane things we don't show. I always take them and spin them, and I feel for grease. You can feel the grease pack in them or not. And that one felt very smooth, but did not feel greased really well. So I think it's very minimal grease in that one. And since you don't care and you're not going to do a damn thing I say on it, then that's fine. As long as when it fails, you eat a big old I told you burger.
Alright guys, so we talked about that little tool, and it seems like everybody has a hard... It's continued. There's no need to do that.
Yours not.
Alright, we talked about that little tool. This right here is your compression tool, and your end cap that we have to set the compression with, because the inside of the shaft is threaded. If you guys can see the threads on there. We're going to screw this in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of, I like to go pretty tight with it, but if you over tighten it, of course, you get a little bit of drag in your crankset. So
you should go. I think you should go right to that point where it's starting to drag a little bit.
Yeah, because it will probably loosen a little bit over time. The only thing that you have to tighten are these two little bitty bolts here. So that's pretty smooth. I love that there's no spacers.
I miss IXF.
Dude, IXFs are okay. Right there, there's some resistance. You see that?
Well, it's hitting the chain. They're going to hear that. They're going to think it's hitting something. It's hitting the chain.
Yeah. A little bit of resistance there.
Just a tin. That's fine. I think that's good.
Old school torque wrench. Check that guy out. We're going to torque these things to 10. Oh, man. That was at 6.
That goes to 10?
Yeah, it goes right to 10. That's a lot of Newton meters on there.
Well, I'm good with the 10 Newton meters on the IXF because they do have a tendency to come loose sometimes.
Alright, so we got that on there. Okay, we got the pedals on here. We got the IXF crankset. That's how easy it is to do a 1x. Now we still have to take the shifter off for the front derailleur. We'll be doing that. Don't worry, I ain't going to bore you with that. But now what we're going to do is we're going to see if this chain is sized out properly. We had it sized out for the previous chainring that was on here with the 2x. But remember, we talked about keeping a few extra links just because we were going to be doing this upgrade. So I'm happy to get this done. We always size the chain out going around the largest cog without going around the derailleur. Going around the chain ring, we match up the end to end and we cut 4 links. So we'll do that here. And it looks like she's going to be a little short. So we're going end to end right here on the largest. We still have to go through the derailleur. So what I might have to do is get another master link and then add on that chain that we popped off. I wish we wouldn't have cut that chain off now.
I told you this.
Dang it.
I told you this.
Alright, so we pretty much went end to end, so we're going to add 4 links to this guy. Now we have to remember, we've got 2 9-speed links, that's going to count as 2. So we need to basically cut 2 of them off of the...
links.
What?
You said 2 9-speed links. You talking about master links?
Yeah, 2 master links. Well, they're 9-speed master links, but yeah.
Yeah.
One of the tools I think is the most overrated as far as something that you put on your bike is the chain breaker tool.
You just saying it's most overrated?
The reason, yes.
I think when you need it.
Multi-tools and all that are great. I've only broken 1 chain.
Oh, you're talking on the bike.
On the bike. You know, they sell so many bike tools these days that you put into your bar ends or the bottom part of your tapered steer tube and things like that.
Well, how often are you going to break a chain on the trail?
That's what I'm saying. It's like they always have these chain breakers, and maybe I'm missing something. I've broken a chain 1 time, and we've ridden a lot of bikes.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how many times you're going to use it to break a chain.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not talking about breaking a chain. I'm talking about using a chain breaker to break a chain.
Yeah.
Like, what instances are you going to be on the trail and you
go,
hey,
oh crap, I got to break my chain.
Breaker.
I don't know. Unless you snap your chain and it breaks on the open end, like that one. You know, if it breaks on the open end, you can't attach a master link to that, so you need an end like this. Maybe that's the case, but I think it's overrated then.
Yeah, I'm just rarely do you ever break a chain, period. But then how many times are you going to go? Well, what I'm getting at. Say you break a chain, unless you're carrying, like you say, you're carrying master links and stuff like that. Anyway, the chain breaker's pretty much useless, right?
Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. And not only that, if you're breaking a chain, it's probably stretched pretty bad already.
See if we size it out correctly around the largest cog. Okay, don't go through the derailleur. Now remember guys, this chain ring up here is a narrow wide, and your chain is actually narrow wide as well. You always want to line that sucker up.
That's something that a lot of people, I think, miss.
Yeah, so check it out now. We go end to end, and we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 links. We are perfect. So, can you guys see that? You can see it. Alright, we're good there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to route this guy back through. Boom! Make sure the derailleur, I have such a hard time of, I think everybody does, has a hard time of routing a derailleur the proper way. But we're good there. You guys ready to do a shift test and we'll weigh this thing?
I think you have a little bit of, I think it's also a little bit of dyslexia kicking.
You think so?
Yeah, I think some things like that, you get things backwards or switched.
Possibly. I mean, all right, guys, here we go with the shift test. We've got the IXF on there. Don't worry, we'll give you guys a shot of the entire bike. Maybe am I out of the frame? All right. Okay, we're in 9th gear with the Falcon. 8th.
Yeah.
7th.
The 8th wasn't great.
6th. 5th. 4th. 3rd. 2nd.
Oh, I didn't play.
And 1st. Heck yeah, man.
Okay, now it's time to ready for more shifting.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna do full pulls coming up. Man, it needs a little. I think
we might need some grease on that guy.
Is it stabilizer on?
Yeah, stabilizer's on.
Okay. Ready?
Full pulls. Dude,
Jeez.
that sucker goes to 3rd.
Dude, that's crazy.
All right, shift all the way back and then stop it. All right, heck yeah. Man.
Is it greased?
No. We gotta grease that chain. I did drop it on the floor a couple times.
Yes. Grease it.
Suckers on the. Yep. Okay, so we're lined up on the narrow wide on that. Dude, I like the looks of it. I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna take that shifter off the front.
I'm gonna say this though. I want you to shift it. It's a little stiff on the shifting.
Is it?
A little bit. Is that not a little stiff? Not super bad, but a little stiff.
I don't know. I think I got the touch.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because... And remember, we're going to be doing a real-time review on this, and I'm going to be talking about that for sure.
I'm looking forward to the real-time review on this.
Yeah, I am too.
I don't look forward to all of them, but I'm definitely looking for this one. If you mentioned these tires we put on the other time.
Tires are sweet, man.
Yeah, that's the American Classic. And
yeah, the American Classic. Was that like a Tioga or something like that? Oh, it's a Vulcanite.
Yeah, it was these right here.
Vulcanite in the rear.
If we can find links, we should put them in there.
Oh, American Classic Vulcanite. Okay, on the rear. And then we've got the Tioga Glide G3 275 by 2.6 on the front.
Yeah, those are nice.
They're
nice.
All right, guys, I'm going to get the shifter off here. We'll give you guys a whole look at the bike. And then what we're going to do is we're going to weigh it.
So, it was 31.52 pounds, 14.30 kilograms for those UKers, you like to call them.
Damn UKers.
Yeah, so let's find out. I'm thinking it's going to be really close. It might be a tiny bit lighter, but I don't know.
Are we talking sub 30?
Well, we put a heavier cassette on than it was. We only took the front derailleur off and changed to 1x.
We have a lighter fork, though.
That did save a little bit. Oh yeah, the fork's a little lighter too. That's that's a decently light fork. That's right. Yeah, it should be a little lighter. Okay. I think it'd be right after. It'd probably be just a little
sub
bit
30, guys. Sub 30.
Sub 30. Oh! I think I called it.
It is 30.44. Oh, you know what? Those tires too. We put heavy tires on it.
Okay, what's it for the UKers?
Damn UKers. 13.81 kilograms.
It's still a good weight savings.
Yeah, it is.
And we didn't do anything really to purposely lighten it. Like I said, we added beefier tires are probably heavier.
Oh, those tires are way heavier than what was on here.
That cassette's beefy. We didn't do a drop test.
No, we didn't do a drop test.
We need to do a drop test. Damn it. No, son. Why did you force it?
Well, Dad, it went all the way forward like that. There was no stopping it.
I can't believe you just did that.
I'll have to get some pliers and turn it.
I can't believe you just did that.
It just snapped off.
I watched you. I wished I was recording. I had it all set up. And you're like wrenching on it. Like, what is he doing? And all of a sudden it just snaps because you're like, rah!
What the hell, dude?
See if you can
This is
switch
off, I think.
All right.
I don't know if there's any saving that.
Well, I mean, if we can just turn it on and leave it on, we'll be fine.
Okay, we're on now.
Oh, yeah, now it's on.
Now we're on.
All right. This is One Shot Jones. I'm not cutting this. One Shot Jones. Alright, now with it on after he hold it.
I think that's pretty good.
5th gear.
Yeah. You know, let's do the backpedal test.
Oh yeah, backpedal test. Passes backpedal test.
Yeah.
Man, I wish you wouldn't have broke that.
Well, I mean, damn, it's on. You know, it's
At least it's on. Just leave it on. We won't ever turn it off.
It will stay on. That was a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Don't He-Man your damn stuff.
All right, guys, let's get the hell out of here.
Bonus coverage.
Oh, and we cut the seat post. Is another little weight savings.
Oh, yeah, a couple ounce, or an ounce, not an ounce probably.
The IFX.
Stop.
Do I like this bike?